Good morning, everyone. The purpose of today's video is to practice every morning before I go to work. This is the earliest that I've actually shot a video. Every morning before I go to work, I practice my 1-2 punch. Simple. 1-2. My punch starts with my lead leg and then comes out. 1-2. 1-2. And I twist my body. I twist my leg. Okay? Okay? Now, I simply practice my blocks. Huh? 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 And I practice my bob and weave. Pretty much shadow box. Pretty much. Then, I'll practice my front kicks. Whether it be a snap kick. Hiya! Or the front push kick. Hiya! Okay? So now, I must go and do my clinch with my knee. Here. Here. You see? You see? Then I practice my traditional martial arts stunts, my horse stunts, with my fist reverse style. Then I go back to my Van Damme. Here. Hiya. Hiya. Then I go back to basics. So then I practice me elbow, then me X elbow, then me reverse elbow. Then I go back out to the punch. Then I practice the block. Then I go back to house stance. Then I go back to clinch. Then I go back to elbow. Then I go back to punch. Then I go back to X block. Then I go back to reverse. And then I go back to uppercut. So, the important thing that you must learn is to be ubiquitous. Does anybody know what ubiquitous means? Ubiquitous means to be all around, to be unique, to be universal. It means to explore every simple style that you possibly can. Everyone wants to know who the Wofford teacher is. And I tell everyone all the time. Me grandfather, me cousins. I had me cousins and me friend as a wrestling coach. Had me grandfather after he got out of the army to teach me self-defense. Then I had a best friend, Nate Jackson, who was a Golden Glove boxer. Yes, it is true. It is true. And, let's see, Stacy Burbridge. So, since I revealed my teacher to you, you no tell nobody. You no tell nobody. But anyway, yeah. It's been a long time. Long time. You know, I started doing self-defense back when I was a young boy. I don't even know when. I can tell you when I started doing gymnastics and wrestling and things like that. I know I started boxing late. I was always a kicker. I was always a kicker and a grappler and a wrestler. And I didn't start really working on my hands until I seen, believe it or not, the Steven Seagal movies. So then I started wanting to train in boxing. And then I wanted to start training in how, as many ways as I could, to focus on as many blocks as I could. So I could basically become this immortal, invincible person. So with a lot of hard work, a lot of hard training, a lot of weightlifting and push-ups and super squats and Mike Tysons and pull-ups and curls and squats and deadlifts, and I became that person. Now as I get older, I try to find different ways of movement, because when you stretch a lot, especially, this is what a lot of teachers don't tell you. Your tendons and your the cartilage in your knees and things like that, they begin to deteriorate and get arthritis. And those heavy impact and hard impact workouts that you do on your knees and legs and things like that, they take a toll on your knees. So I started doing workouts with no and less impact, like bicycle riding and swimming and things like that. And yeah, so these type of workouts are good for you, and they do burn lots and lots of calories, because it's non-stop. Riding a bicycle, swimming and things like that, you have to constantly be using your muscles, and they coordinate, and plus it's resistance and things like that. So, and then I learned to build my stabilizer muscles, my negatives as well as my positives, and my fast twitch muscles. See, you don't just have one type of muscle in the body, you know what I mean? You got fast twitch, you got your stabilizer muscles, you got your negatives, you got your positives, and certain muscles have 3 different types of headsets. You got three different headsets, headsets to your triceps. You got your pecs, you got your upper, middle, and lower pecs. Yeah, your chest, yes. And your shoulders, you got your traps, you got your delts, and you got your rear lats. So it's not just one muscle that you have to work on. You have to focus on different muscles, and every inch that you turn or move when you lift weights is you're working a particular set of muscles in that group. So all I have to say basically is train hard, and you can be like a Wofford.